Whether or not you agree with what Senator John McCain did and is doing, there's general agreement on this. It could help or hurt his presidential hopes. A very controversial move he made yesterday, Brian, to suspend his political campaign, if you will.
Wolf, John McCain's gamble here is astounding, suspending the campaign with 5.5 weeks left in the race. John McCain says he's just tapping into his training.
I'm an old Navy pilot, and I know when a crisis calls for all hands on deck.
McCain's aides say the move to suspend his campaign was made with deliberation. Others believe this was also bare-knuckle instinct. We spoke to a man who's been in the room when McCain's made decisions like this. Roy Fletcher, deputy campaign manager for McCain in 2000. Fletcher wasn't there on Wednesday, but suspects it played out like this.
Walked into a room and said, gentlemen, we're going to suspend the campaign, and we're also going to suspend the debate. And we're going to Washington, and we're going to get this business done, and you guys figure out how to handle it.
If this move backfires, don't expect a lot of navel-gazing from John McCain. A quote from his 2002 book that's called Worth the Fighting For. Here's the quote. I don't torture myself over decisions. I make them as quickly as I can, quicker than the other fellow if I can. Often my haste is a mistake, but I live with the consequences without complaint, end quote. Wolf, looks like we're going to see about those consequences maybe within a matter of hours.
All right, Brian, good work. Thank you.
Can I just quarrel with the premise of this? Who says he suspended his campaign? He didn't suspend his campaign. He's been campaigning all day. He gave a speech in New York. He's giving interviews all night. He's raising money. His surrogates are attacking Barack Obama. I think this is posturing of being apolitical, and frankly, I think we're being kind of gullible and falling for it. He didn't stop his campaign. He's campaigning. Now, whether
I
it's
guess the argument is that he didn't go out to a rally or a town hall meeting today. He addressed the Clinton Global Initiative in New York. Then he came to Washington for meetings on the Hill, went over to the White House, and is now doing some television interviews.
He's pulled his ads down, too, Wolf.
Well, no, he didn't pull his ads down. His ads have been on. And he's done exactly what Obama has done all day. And Obama admits that he's campaigning. It's the middle of the campaign. I don't see why we should treat what he's doing as anything different from what Obama's doing.
No, let Steve weigh in on that. Go ahead, Steve.
Well, we should treat it differently because it is differently. There were reports this morning that some of the ads were still running. You can't snap your fingers and get these ads to come down, but I think they've done pretty close to that, and I think these ads have been largely taken off the air thus far.
But Steve, this is not campaigning what he's doing?
No, of course it is, but it's just the same thing as when Barack Obama said yesterday, look, we don't want to inject presidential politics into these discussions. All the discussions have been about presidential politics this entire time. So, of course, both sides are playing politics.